That's what I mean, you guys. Even if you have good intentions nowadays, people can still take what you're saying or doing and twist it to make you look bad. There should be no consequences for being kind, for trying to help, for wanting to do the right thing, for caring. Unfortunately, we're so consumed by this word called liability that sometimes we forget to be a little human, and that's unfortunate. And I'm not trying to get on a soapbox about this. I'm just trying to let you know some of the things I've been dealing with, and I'm just here to report. The thing with me now is that after 27 years of being a comedian, every time I walk out the door, the light is officially on. In the sense that every time I leave my house, there is a slight chance I could make the news. For example, did Martin talk about how he fell off the stage earlier in the show? Okay, cool. For the home audience, Martin, he fell a while back, and he talked about it. I know you didn't see it because your subscription only covers so much. Yeah. To watch the first half on Prime. I think it's on Prime. You could just see it there, and then you could come back here, check out the rest. So, long story short, we were doing a show in Phoenix, Arizona, and Martin accidentally fell off of a stage this high, and he broke his foot. Now, the incredible part about Martin is that he got up and on adrenaline, ran around, got back up on stage and performed, and then was taken to the hospital after he walked off stage. He is a professional. Seriously, that is a pro. Much respect, because if it would have been me, if I would have fallen off the stage and the staff was like, what about the fans? Bye, Felicia. What do we tell them? Refund! But see, the difference is Martin had to tell you he fell for you to know he fell. And by the way, I saw the fall. He came out and just kind of, he tripped over a cord backstage, came through the curtain already, and then, Martin! Women in the front row were like, he fell for me. Yeah. I'm glad you laughed. I said that last night and some guy was like, aw. I said, why aw? Well, that's your friend. Exactly. That's why I make fun of him. That is the mark of a true friendship, is being able to say real evil things about each other. Because you know you don't really mean it. Plus, you don't think that if I would have fallen off the stage instead of Martin, that he wouldn't have had a joke? You better believe he would have had a joke. He would have told people, I saw Fluffy bounce. Not to mention the fact that that'll make the news. I fall off the stage tonight, there'll be a van out in front in an hour. Yeah. We're standing here live in front of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, where authorities believe Fluffy lost control. Let's go to Tom, who's inside the venue, who could fill us in with more. That's right, Jim. I'm standing here at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino inside the venue where apparently Fluffy took a spill. It is still uncertain as to what happened here tonight. We did have a chance to interview local authorities who had this to say. Damn! It is still uncertain if there was any problems with the stage. We did speak to security who had this to comment. I saw the whole damn thing, okay? Woo! Fluffy fell. He fell hard. I ain't seen that many white people cry since a Taylor Swift concert. It was bad. It was bad. And in Miami, are you kidding me? He hurt more Cubans than Castro. And that's how you get canceled. So that's the point I'm trying to make here. In the beginning, the first time I performed at that comedy club, right outside these doors, that's no longer there. I'm talking to the marketing person. Now, keep in mind, this is so long ago. There was no social media. There was no TikTok, no freaking Twitter, no Facebook, none of that. The only way you could promote yourself back then was you had to get on morning radio, morning news, have somebody do a write-up on you in the newspaper. Remember those? Yeah. And then, of course, word of mouth, which is always the best. They had posters at the comedy club. And so the marketing guy goes, Gabriel, help me help you help us. We want to sell tickets. How do you want to be promoted? I said, well, keep in mind, long time ago, I said, this is how I want you to promote my show. Please use a photo. Under the photo, put my name, Gabriel Iglesias. I didn't even have the nickname Fluffy yet. That's how long ago this was. I said, underneath that, please put as seen on Comedy Central, because at the time, that was the only television credit I had. So the marketing guy goes, well, I was thinking, what about Gabriel Iglesias and his amigos? Amigos? Why amigos? Because I have other Mexicans with me? And he looked at me and said, good, you get it. I don't like that. What about Gabriel Iglesias and friends? Well, we want to put a couple of buzzwords out there to let the community know what type of show it is. I said, well, what type of show is it? It's a special show. I don't feel special. Gabriel, hear me out. What about like a Taco Tuesday? I don't like it. Okay, what about like a salsa night? Salsa night? Wait, like dancing or chips and guac? Either one, I don't like it. I could not believe that I was having this conversation, and I wanted to get upset. I wanted to go off on this guy for trying to make me feel like less of a person, right? But I didn't, because I knew that if I went off on them, I would have been seen as difficult. I would have been seen as a problem, and I would not have been given another opportunity to come back. When people ask me, what do you credit for your success? Of course, talent, showing up, doing what you gotta do. But one word that gets left out a lot is the word sacrifice. I had to sacrifice something that day. And a lot of people think they know what sacrifice means. But honestly, until you have to make one, I don't think you do. I had to sacrifice my pride. Because as much as I wanted to go off on this guy, I knew that if I did, I'd be shooting myself in the foot. I knew that if they could see what I could do on that stage, they'd have to bring me back. And they'd have to treat me different. So as much as it hurt, as much as it sucked, I allowed that stupid Taco Tuesday to happen. So for me, I was very upset. I was wondering, is this something that happens to all new comedians, or was I being singled out? It was killing me. I needed to know. I couldn't just take out my phone and Google it because that wasn't an option all those years back. So what I had to do was I had to go to the front door of the club where they had a bin, and the bin had flyers in it. So I grabbed a flyer and I looked at it, and the flyer had the list of upcoming comedy shows. And I was so upset when I saw it, because all it was pictures, names, and television credits. No silly names, no theme nights, no spicy this or crazy that. Just comedy. So I said, why the hell are they doing this stupid Taco Tuesday thing to me? So then I said, all right, let me try to find another comedian who's a little bit more in my vein, if you know what I mean. The only other comedian I could find was a man by the name of George Lopez. With George's promo, however, it was just a picture, name, and underneath that, a television credit that said, as seen on ABC. That's it. It didn't say, likes to ride a donkey, George Lopez. Eats a burrito with both hands, George Lopez. I just jumped the wall. It's George Lopez. No. So I said, why are they doing this to me? So then I said, all right. Let me see how they promote the black comedians. And with the black comedians, it was the same thing. Picture, name, television credit. And that's it. Unless it was a show that had multiple black comedians on it. Because if the comedy club had a show with 3 or more black comics on it, they would put a catchy name to it. They would call the show Urban Night or Apollo Night or Def Jam Comedy Night, BET Comedy Night, Blackish Comedy Night. But that's as far as they would go. They wouldn't go to the next level like they would for me. Oh yeah, yeah. There was no Margarita Monday or Taco Tuesday or Wetback Wednesday or Tortilla Thursday or Fiesta Friday or Sábado Gigante. No, that would never happen to black people. Are you kidding me? You'll never see a Malt Liquor Monday or Tupac Tuesday or Watermelon Wednesday or Tong 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 Thursday or Fried Chicken Friday or Suki Suki Saturday or Slap a Hoe Sunday. And that most definitely will not happen to white people. Well, I'm gonna do the joke. And you know why you can laugh and enjoy and not feel threatened by what I'm about to say? Because like what I said earlier tonight, I am here to entertain. I am not here to offend. I'm here to have fun with everybody, starting with me. Plus, it'll never happen. You'll never see a Monster Truck Monday or Trailer Park Tuesday or White Trash Wednesday or Take Your Sister Out Thursday.
Oh, hell no, Fluffy, you done crossed the line now. My name is Dustin, and I don't play that shit. I'm from Davie, goddammit.
I was talking to Martin backstage before I came out, and he goes, "Are you going to share the story about the theme nights thing that happened at the Improv here?" And, I go, "Well, I think I should, Martin. I think I should tell the story about, that theme nights." He goes, "Gabe, can I tell you something about that theme nights bit?" I go, "Tell me, Martin. Do you realize that in all the years I have heard you tell this story about what happened at that club, do you understand that you've never once finished the week?" I said, "Martin, you know why that is, right? It's the rule of comedy. You always want to end on the biggest laugh. Thursday gets the biggest laugh, which is why I stop at Thursday." And Martin goes, I know, but you're robbing white people of their week." I never looked at it that way. Fox News Friday, Storm the Capitol Saturday, Say You're Sorry Sunday. Are we still having a good time? Are we still having fun? That's what I'm talking about. People laughing, not getting upset, not getting